according to science and genetics, your heritage or your nativity comes from three things. Number one, obviously your parents' genes and whoever they are. Number two, they come from the dirt and the bloodline. When America was founded, we were just founded constitutionally. But from that day to this day, they can do something that was not possible before. And you know what that is? They can identify American blood. They couldn't identify, we didn't have it. Now, there was no such thing as a black American, and trust us, we black, we know. They don't call us black in Africa, they don't call us black in the Caribbean, they don't call us black. We are not black, we are a brand new species. Because we are black Americans, and they will, in our bloodline, they cannot find anything called a pure African American.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Arakakadash. My name is Brother Yahushai Zion. Double honors to the apostles and elders and teachers at Great Millstone. So let's go straight to the scriptures and rebuke this lady. This is Numbers chapter number 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Okay, so that word there for pedigree means genealogy. It's declared by the house of your father. Now, the reason why people actually buy into what this person's saying, because they're confused. And also, number one, she's sitting next to these Edomites and then the enemies of the Lord. And this is all part of a conspiracy to propagate it. Psalm 83 and 1, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace and be not still. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom. Okay, that's the Edomites. And the Ishmaelites, the Arabs of Moab, and of the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek. Moab, Amalek, these are all those countries, from the east, and also Amalek being the head tribe of the nation of Edom, rather. Okay, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Now, also, when you go into the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, where it talks about, Ham, the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. All right, we're not the ones that wrote that. Okay, Zondervan wrote it. He came up with it. Okay, so-called white man came up with this. But then you got people like this over here thinking that African American is a new thing, and really, matter of fact, speaking of which, let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9. It says, the thing that hath been, which is Israelites, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So she said, we are a new race. We're a new race of people. It's a lie. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So look who's lying, the Bible, or is it this lady?
You understand, and I'm not telling you this because I have these battles with all of that, but I'm trying to tell you your blood, your nativity comes from your blood, your parents' genes, and the dust of the ground. Once we started dying and becoming part of the dirt, bloodshed, Civil War, all of those kind of things, something called American blood was born.
That's a goddamn lie. That's a philosophy. That's why America is Babylon the Great, okay, the land of confusion, and basically of every foul spirit and every unclean and hateful bird. She's completely lying, and this is a complete philosophy. This is a man-made philosophy. All right, you can't make some shit up and have it be truth. That's not how it works, all right? That's not how truth works, lady, with your short butch haircut, which is also an abomination.
Or either what they say, for example, the Germans totally identify their people by blood.
And that's not her hair either. Negro hair don't even grow like that. She got on a wig, man. Just saying.
You're not a German constitutional. You don't have a constitutional German. We have constitutional Americans. And so all of this is important when you're standing against darkness who's trying to tell us that we're inferior or that, oh, there's no such thing as American. They could not find American blood. There was no such thing as American blood until, what, 50, 70, 100 years of us dying in wars and killing and being killed and all of that. We don't even talk about, he just talked about that piece of Irishness in him, with us being mixed up. And when I talk about that, I say that because we might have been brought here as slaves, but that ended up being our redemption. And God saved us and wrote us into the eternal inheritance of the Lord Jesus Christ. Otherwise, we wouldn't be. And so those of you all, I'm watching, talking to you guys with this whole...
Man, that lady is not going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. I'm going to tell you right now. She's not saved. She's not going to be saved. And she's not part of the elect. She don't have no inheritance with the kingdom of heaven whatsoever. She got nothing to do with Israelites. She is not one of the elect. She's not one of God's chosen, period.
Black Hebrew stuff, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to...
You see how she just spoke in a fake ass unknown tongue? And that's not the way that tongues are. Tongues are actual language. She went shadadabosha. What the hell is that? This is the most bullshit thing that anyone said all year. You know what I mean? Along with many other things. I know it's hard to really claim that. Salakia, you know what, man? There's probably a lot more bullshit things that's been said. This is the most bullshit thing that I could call out to remembrance at this current time, man. Let me keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
Tell you that if you are...
Let's listen to that again, though.
Ended up being our redemption. And God saved us and wrote us into the eternal inheritance of the Lord Jesus Christ. Otherwise, we wouldn't be. And so those of you all, I'm watching, talking to you guys with this whole Black Hebrew stuff, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to...
She gonna tell you. She trying to tell you. She trying to teach you. You know, even if it's against the scriptures. 1 Timothy chapter 2, right? Verse, I believe it's 11. And I suffer not a woman to teach. The Black Hebrew stuff, she talking to you men. She trying to tell you men. I'm trying to tell y'all. Put us on, baby. Put us on. Yeah, right. You're not putting us on to shit. You're going off, and you're a violation of Numbers 1 and 18. All right? Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. All right? Psalm 83. You in violation of all of those. You part of the conspiracy, man. You probably a goddamn Hamite.
I tell you that if you are weighing Jesus and trying to figure him out according to race and ethnicity, he is not God to you. Because if he is God, he is every gene, he's every chromosome, he's every organ, he's every race, he's every bloodline, and he's every nationality, which is why when he rose from the dead, they thought he was the gardener.
All right.
That says a whole lot all by itself. So I want...
That has nothing to do with nothing. And no, he's not every race. He's not every gene. He's not every nothing. All right? You stupid ass don't know what's going on. When you go into the scriptures in Genesis chapter number 49, all right? It says it right here. Genesis chapter number 9, or 49 and 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. And that's an epithet for the Messiah, Yahushai, who you call Jesus. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Okay? So that's how it's going to go down. It says, binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's colt unto the choice vine, he washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. Yeah, because he's going to come back with vengeance in his heart, ultimately in his second coming, and destroy all of these wicked-ass people, just like who was just speaking. She's going to be trampled and destroyed, and he's going to mop the floor with the blood of this woman, man. Straight up. And anybody who has something to say about that or challenges it, his eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. And yeah, why is he going to be red with wine? Because he's going to be extremely pissed off, okay? He's going to be pissed. He's going to get ready to absolutely stomp the living daylights out of you people, man, who are wicked, okay? And let's just also take a look here. She's talking about he's every generation, he's everything. Really, that's not what Matthew 1 says. The genealogy of Yahushai, the Messiah. The book of the generation, the gene oration for where he comes from of Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of David. Okay, all the way down to who? All a bunch of Israelites from the tribe of Judah. And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahushai, who is called HaMashiach. Now, let's go to 21. So it says, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their sins. Not all people from their sins, his people from their sins. Okay? And God is not all to all people, and he doesn't deal with all the nations. The woman's just completely uneducated in matters, talking about things she doesn't understand, like she understands it. And that's the deception, brothers. That's the blinding, okay? Psalm 147 and verse number 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, okay? So no, the other nations don't know nothing about this. And just because Yahushai showed up and died on the cross doesn't mean that the other nations had an epiphany and just said, hey, you know what? We're Israelites too, or we believe now. No, they don't believe. They never believed. All right, only the Israelites believed. That's why they screamed out, Hosanna, Hosanna, the son of David. All right? And really, this woman's an antichrist because she's not saying that the Lord came in the flesh, basically, because you're denying his heritage. And that's wicked as shit, man. Okay? John, 2 John 1 and 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world, who confess not that Yahushai HaMashiach is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist. That's exactly what it is. All right. She's saying, nah, he didn't have no genealogy. He's all genealogies. None of those scriptures make any difference to me. I don't care if he's from the tribe of Judah or not, which the Lord cares that he's from the tribe of Judah. You wicked ass devil. I want to cuss her out so bad. 1 John 4 and 3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world. Absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. She's trying to deny that the Lord came in the flesh. Let's listen to this again.
I'm trying to tell you that if you are weighing Jesus and trying to figure him out according to race and ethnicity, he is not God to you. Because if he is God, He is every gene, he's every chromosome, he's every organ, he's every race, he's every bloodline, and he's every nationality, which is why when he rose from the dead, they thought it was the gardener.
Another lie, because I just read the genealogy of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and it goes from the line of Judah all the way to him. What are you talking about? You're literally lying. You're literally caught in a lie. I literally caught you red-handed in a lie. You're lying. You're hardcore lying. This is that bullshit, brothers. And that's, you know what, man? This is all going to come to light. All right? This lady's going to get exposed. And I'm going to get to work on her ass. And you brothers should do response videos to this too, man. As this is egregious. All right? It's egregious, man.
All right.
That says a whole lot all by itself. So I want to tell you this, and I say this to you all because you all are on the ground. We are here.
She's all mad in her life. She's talking very from a position of scorn, against men, really. She doesn't like leadership from men. And that's why she's over here in this leadership position. I'm trying to tell y'all, you ain't telling nobody nothing. You're supposed to be making sandwiches in the kitchen for your husband. You're supposed to be taking care of your grandchildren or great-grandchildren because you're so old. This is bullshit, man. All right?
And no such thing as a pure.
All right. So anyways, my brothers, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Shalom, and on to the next one.